Everything you just heard was recorded direct with this guitar. No plugins were used, no pedals were used, no post EQ, just the built-in amp models, impulse responses, and effects that come with this guitar. As somebody who records constantly, has multiple amp modelers, tons and tons of plugins on my Pro Tools setup, I was really skeptical that this guitar would sound good going direct in when recording, and I was proven wrong. Hey guys, if you're new to the channel, my name is Michael and this is Music for Miles. It's the channel where we focus on all things guitar and music. Whether it's budget-friendly guitars, high-end boutique models, acoustic, electric, bass, amp modeling, you name it, we're gonna cover it. If that piques your interest, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you can stay in the loop on all my future releases. All right, now let's do our deep dive into the Sonic JT. Enya calls this the most powerful Sonic they've ever made. It's a fully electric smart guitar with onboard, amp modeling, impulse responses, effects, and a built-in 12-watt speaker. That's right, I said 12 watt. The JT model gets an extra 2 watts on the speaker, and it gets rid of all of the feedback issues I had with my Go Sonic. Now, this guitar was developed in conjunction with the artist Jack Thammarat. He was the 2009 Guitar Idol winner, and he had all kinds of great feedback for Enya to make the Go Sonic even better. So let's get into the designs and first impressions. This feels like a futuristic single cut model. This is something like the cyborg version of Slash would definitely play live. We get this nice tobacco sunburst, but it's a modern sunburst. If you look at the bottom here, it looks like I'm shining a blue light, but I am not. That is part of the finish. Everything about this platform is modern. The neck is fast and comfortable. There's zero resistance going up to the upper fret register. After jamming on this guitar for several hours using the built-in speaker, onboard electronics, and headphones, this guitar is hitting multiple markets, not just for people looking for a modern guitar, those looking for something to practice at home silently, those looking for a guitar that's easy to record without bringing gear with you, and it hits the other demographic of those who love the classic single cut look of a Les Paul, but somebody who wants a lot more flexibility and futuristic features. Let's dive into the specs and features. As I mentioned, the entire guitar is composite carbon fiber. I literally can't find the seam lines on this guitar. It looks like it's one single mold. Now, some premium upgrades you're getting with the JT is a 12-watt speaker, 2 watts more than the standard Go Sonic. You get this awesome custom paint job, and you get these custom voiced dual humbuckers. They have the classic kind of Les Paul covers on them, and you are able to split the coils into single coil mode using the tone knob here. You're getting a 3-way selection switch, so you can go from the humbucker, you can split between humbucker and neck, or you can just go to the neck. You're getting 22 frets on this guitar. As I mentioned earlier, you have rounded frets. You're getting a nice Enya logo at the 12th fret, and you're getting the custom JT artist logo on the 5th fret. Something unique to this guitar and modern brands like Strandberg do is it does have a 0 fret. You do get that burst on the headstock with the Enya logo, and you're getting custom Enya tuners. So the JT does come with a semi-rigid gig bag with custom branding on there, and it also gets some custom branding on the back. You get yourself one large pocket to put all your accessories in, and a single shoulder strap on the back for travel. I've done heat tests on this, and your action and your tuning is not going to change if you go through weather changes, humidity changes, and travel with this guitar. Let's dive into some of the technical aspects of the onboard electronics with the Enya Sonic JT. As you can see here, you do get a volume knob that doubles as your smart guitar control. So if you press and hold this, it should fire up the guitar. Let's hear what it sounds like. You can hear the guitar. Works as a volume, but if you press it once, you could change between your banks. You get 4 preset banks. And within those 4 presets, you can customize your sounds to whatever you want using the Enya app. But the advantage here is you're getting some custom impulse responses that are only unique to the Sonic JT. So the Sonic JT actually gets 10 amp models total. That's 8 more than the standard Sonic model came with. You get a clean American style amp, British breakup, mid-gain crunch, and you get some saturated high-gain amps. It feels like an amp modeler is just built into this guitar, and in reality, that's basically what we're getting. Let's talk about the 12-watt speaker. This thing is actually louder than you'd expect it to be, and I know I can't communicate that through this video. It is directional sound though, so keep that in mind. When you're playing, it's gonna be projecting in front of you. So as the player, it's gonna sound a little quieter than somebody sitting directly in front. But for jam sessions, small rooms, and practice, it's more than enough volume. This guitar too is not having the feedback issue my other Sonic had. So whatever they did with those impulse responses and volume, they seem to have fixed the feedback issue I was getting with high gain models. And if you're somebody who doesn't need a built-in speaker, this thing sounds great when you plug direct in, Or if you turn off the amp modeling by pressing and holding that volume knob, it works as a standard guitar would. You could plug into a guitar amp, plug into your amp models, and it'll work like a normal guitar with 2 humbuckers without any of those built-in effects or impulse responses. So the true advantage here is if you're traveling and you have a one-off gig, if you want to go to practice and not lug your heavy-ass guitar amp and pedals with you, this is more than capable of just plugging direct in to front of house and having all of your sounds built into one guitar. Also, for content creators and those who do online demos, you could plug direct into your phone or into Pro Tools, record all of your sounds direct from the guitar to get some of those demos across to your audience. So I've talked a lot about this guitar, so why don't we dive into some sound samples? right, finally, let's check out what this speaker sounds like. Now let's talk about who this guitar is for and who it's not for. This is not going to fit the bill for someone looking for a traditional wood guitar. Now, I have plenty of high-end wood guitars, and tone wood does make a big difference. And if you're absolutely in love with your amp model, or if you're using like a Quad Cortex or a Fender Tonemaster Pro, you can still use this thing through that system. Just make sure that the guitar is turned off, plug direct in, and these pickups sound killer on their own. Now let's dive into my final thoughts and feedback for the Enya Sonic JT. So here's my honest take. This guitar feels like a glimpse into the future of modern electric guitars. It keeps that familiar classic single cut look, but it integrates modern technology in a way that makes perfect sense. It's convenient. You don't have to lug around your pedal board. You don't have to bring gear with you if you want to practice, record, or create content online. And that's what I love to feature on this channel is forward-thinking companies. Let me know what you think in the comments. How did you think the recorded tone sound of this guitar? Could you tell that this was carbon fiber construction? What do you think about smart guitars in general? And what do you want me to review next? Until next time, I'm Michael. Thanks so much for watching Music for Miles.